Yes, we are here again. Finally, we got to this phase. It's indeed a festive period. So let's say, compliment of the season. Yes, compliment of the season. That's the word. It's another great time again to talk sports with you. Did you see that unanimous decision? Yes, we've not talked about it. We should talk about it. Congratulations to Alexander Usyk, the Ukrainian international. He got it right this time around. Big Fury, I'm so sorry. And then for one man, I keep saying all the time, during the weekend, you did see that one. The king of African football was at it again. I like to call him Uncle Ademola Lookman. Well, it's so big to talk about on the show. Welcome, good morning to you, depending on where you're watching from. Thank you so much for joining us. We are Voice of the People TV, and this is the Sports Public Show. And my name is Kizzy K. It's a Christmas time, so I need to come this way so we can get ready to talk about it. Merry Christmas, and I can say Happy New Year in advance. Yes, let's get started. I have my guests with me on the show, so we're doing justice to this one. We start with the first news to tell you about. We learned, according to report, that sponsors agreed to pay new Super Eagles foreign coach. They said we don't have the money, so it feels like the money is here. And we'll also talk about one that's looking very interesting. I don't want to say one spiritual leader, but a spiritual leader of a church have come to say something about Nigerian football, and he has said, why do you waste time? Why are you wasting time? Let Eguavoen go. He's not good enough. But I'll tell you the story. We'll tell you everything, and we analyze why and what a spiritual leader or possible religion and football, does it work? All of this we'll talk about. But let's start with the first one at least. Two sponsors are now fully on board to pay the salary of a new foreign coach for the Super Eagles. According to report, it was further gathered that one of the sponsors is an emerging bank. And according to top official, at least two sponsors have agreed to pay for the new foreign coach. This agreement will soon be put on paper, so we will see it very soon. The money to pay the salaries of a new foreign coach for the Super Eagles has remained a major stumbling block in the engagement of such a coach. Portuguese coach Jose Peseiro was the last coach who got on this very job, and then he was owed several months' salary by the NFL before it was cleared by the special intervention from the federal government. Earlier this year, NFL President Ibrahim Ozukuzo also said discussions are ongoing with various sponsors to assist in paying for a foreign coach. In June as well, the NFL announced to Nigeria, they told us that we'll be having a coach, a new coach. Now the question is he A-class foreign coach or grade A? I don't even know. Let me not even exaggerate and know the kind of coach, but I guess maybe they will tell me. Now, we don't have the money, all of the talk, we don't have, but one foreign coach. I have closest to me, I have Charles in the building. Charles, you're welcome to the Sports Republic show right here on Voice of the People TV. It's a while you've been here.
Yeah, it's been a while.
It's been a while, but you're here today to talk.
Yeah.
I also have Ikechukwu. Camera goes for you, see Ikechukwu. Ikechukwu is also in the building. These two guests, their mouth not too good, but we have to make do with what we have as well on the show. Ikechukwu, I could say Merry Christmas to you guys.
Yeah, Merry Christmas. It's been a while here as well.
Good morning, Charles. Good morning, Kizzy.
Yeah.
And Merry Christmas to you guys, and Merry Christmas to our viewers too.
Okay, let's get started. Yes, Merry Christmas to you. Let's start with this first one that says sponsors agree to pay the money for a foreign coach. At least two. Charles, let me start with you because you're the closest to me now. This money, wait, why are you laughing now? Do we have this money?
Well, we do have the money. Having the money is not a problem.
Yeah.
And this news comes off like normally that's not what is being done.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, you don't expect governments to run sports generally. And that's the rule of FIFA. You know, we don't allow government interference to sports. So sports should be a private partnership, as it were.
Are you saying we are not doing it right?
In some way, we haven't been doing it right for a very long time. So this arrangement right now it's something that should always have been.
Yeah.
Not something that is really out of the blue or new to anybody. So this is what should always have been. There should be partnership and sponsors for not just only the brand Super Eagles, but also the local league. There should be sponsors who take care of logistics, who take care of kits, who take care of other logistics things and all that. So
okay.
Yeah, this news doesn't come as anything special. It's something that should normally be.
Okay, Ikechukwu, tell me your take on this. Foreign coach. We said we don't have the money now, but some sponsors are ready now.
Well, I mean, it's quite, funny that we have to wait for sponsor for our national team. if we talk about club level, maybe that's a different conversation that government should hands up completely. We're discussing national team. It's not to say that we don't have, national teams where sponsors actually come in.
Yeah.
Actually, like for example, countries in South America. I don't want to mention their names and brands, but then you see them use, those sponsors jersey or branded names as, for training kit and all. But then the hiring and firing of a national team coach is the job of the government, under the Minister of Sports, and so it should be the government's provision to actually pay for it.
Okay.
Do we have the money? I think that's a big question. The money has always been there. We have a case as we speak, about 17 billion naira. Last time you talked about it. So if we don't have the money, where did 17 billion naira go to? So the money is there, but the way we do things in this part of the world is always very, very ironic. So that's the problem we have today. But it's a good one. At least let's get the coach and move forward. Okay,
so let's talk about this one now. If Ambrose has come to say, blame Pesero for Super Eagles' woes. Yes or no? So who should we blame if we don't make it to the World Cup? That's one question. Let me ask.
If we don't make it to the World Cup? Well, I've always maintained, and you know my stance about it, I've always maintained we should forget about the World Cup. I've always said we should look at the Nations Cup as a way to build a team beyond just going to the World Cup in 2026. But look at 2030. That has always been my stance. If we don't go to the World Cup, it's not Pesero's fault. It's not anybody's fault. It's the team's fault.
But he started it.
Yeah, he started it, but you didn't allow him finish it. So
you can say that.
Of course, he was not allowed to finish. So what do we have to say? Do we want to? I don't like the idea of bailing someone, just bailing the cat all the time. We should take a blame collectively as an organization or as a nation if we fail to do something, rather than bail someone and put the blame on one person. One person doesn't make a tree. Pesero doesn't make the team. He leads the team. He guides the team as a coach. They've had certain woes in their qualifications. Is that his fault?
Okay, so Ike, let me ask you. If Nigeria does not make it to the World Cup, who should we blame?
I think the NFF should be blamed.
NFF should be blamed.
Absolutely.
Why?
Looking at Pesero as a person, the first question we should ask, I don't know why Ambrose actually picked on him, but the first question we should
I know
ask,
the reason, because he started it.
Fine. Now the question is, how many games did he play?
Exactly.
How many games have we played after him in the qualifiers, World Cup qualifiers? These are the questions. You can only lose your first 2 games and still make it to the World Cup.
Absolutely.
So we've played about how many? 4 now. Did Pesero play 4 games? These are the questions. So you don't just pick on a manager like that. You know me, I'm not a Pesero fan.
Yeah.
So, but the truth
Neither am I.
The truth is, I don't think he should be called out at this point. The NFF is likely to be blamed. I mean, you sacked Pesero sometime around February.
Yeah.
This is December. We don't have a coach yet. How do you explain that to people? How do you tell people you're serious?
Okay. All right. So not Pesero thing.
No, Ambrose. If Ambrose should just, I don't know. Come on, that's not the way to do things, actually.
Okay. So let's talk about Osho. He has come to say this is about Nigerian aspiration. Is saying Super Eagles must qualify for the World Cup. You said if we don't make it to the World Cup, blame NFF. Charles, who do we blame?
Blame the NFF.
See, we like to blame the NFF. That's certainly. But what about the players? Like now he's saying we would make it to the World Cup. Like he said, Nigeria must make it to the World Cup. And you look at that World Cup group, you begin to ask questions, how do we get out from the group? It's not like other teams are not preparing well. It's not that they're not training hard. It's not like they don't want to be part of the World Cup. And out of all of those people, one should make it from the World Cup. So why are we not talking about the players themselves, putting in their best in this very one? Why is he only an NFF coach? Yes, we know we don't have that from the start. But the players themselves, what do they need to do personally to make sure that we make it to the World Cup?
Kizzy, you cannot separate the players from the coach. The Barcelona super team from 2009, 2012 will not be where they got. Yes, top of his class in secondary school, we all saw it. He did a course in biochemistry, he aced everything. But then you didn't put him through medical school or through proper medical training. And you expect him to become one of the best medical doctors in the world. It's not possible.
Okay, so this one says, Lookman has come to say, how can NFF say they don't have money to fund the Super Eagles with all their financial advisors around, even other financial advisors around, that even with primary school certificate can raise GoFundMe 1 naira times 20 million per month from workers, what's it saying? Deduct. Okay, let's now move to the CAF award. Before we talk about the big one, they made me believe I won it. They made me, that's Ashraf Hakimi, they made me believe that I won it. I don't know who, this is not the first time we've heard this happen. No, that's the truth. Even before the Ballon d'Or was given to Rodri, like few minutes, like 30 minutes or 1 hour, we already heard Rodri has won it. Who is leaking this? Now, Hakimi is saying, personally for me, if I'm opportune, there's no need to congratulate Lookman because they told me, and I came with my family to receive this award. Do you understand? Hakimi came with Al Khalifi, the chairman of PSG. That's how scary he was. He came with his family, so he believed that, yes, this is my award. So the question is CAF being transparent? Is it that within some of those set of people, someone is unleashing this?
I feel CAF is not just really that organized as it is.
Not organized.
Not really organized. In relating to this situation as it is. I don't know about other aspects, but in relating to this situation as it is, it was not really tidied well, you know. If first of all, I even questioned how Hakimi became even a candidate for being an African best. I questioned that, but however the case is, I think CAF did not really tidy information decimation, as it were. So probably that was why he felt that way, and making him believe he won it. That statement has a lot of weight.
But Hakimi won treble. Hakimi achieved for the season, if you want to look at it by that way, calendar-wise.
But can you juxtapose that with what Ademola Lookman did the entire season? Like, that guy was on fire.
So if you are to play,
like, Ademola Lookman was miles ahead, like so many miles. I mean, if he wasn't given the award, bro, it was pure daylight robbery. It would have been pure daylight robbery. Maybe the glasses, the people who were not looking. I mean, this would have been a daylight robbery if you had given Hakimi, definitely.
Okay, Ikechukwu. Hakimi said, they made me believe I won it.
Well, you know, I told you that he stand a very good chance to have won the award. But then Lookman's contribution also is it's not one you want to look away.
Yeah.
But as a Nigerian, yes, Ademola Lookman, congratulations to him. But in 2012, you remember, I think 2012 or 2013, Jose Mourinho and Madrid, you know, after the award was given to Lionel Messi, I think it was 2012, Jose Mourinho said that, looking at the script of people who voted, many of the Madrid players said they voted for Ronaldo.
Yeah.
But the script, when they got the script, it revealed something else, that they voted for Lionel Messi, or I don't know. Now, the question is this. There's always going to be an insider that's going to bring out script. There's always
going to be an insider
that will bring out script.
And that's wrong.
It's not wrong. It's part of the system.
What do you mean?
I don't think it's.
So what's now the competition in it?
No. What I mean is,
because if those kind of things come out before the event,
you
still await the suspense. You still await the suspense and the expectation.
Say we are not robots. The weakest link to any security system is the human being.
Yeah.
So we are not robots. It is bound to happen. That's why before award, they take press men to your house, take photos with you and the pictures. That's how you get to see those pictures when an award is given. It is normal. Somebody can analyze, this guy win the award. See him, see the picture. I just finished in picture with him. It is normal. It happens. Now, the question is, why did CAF? This is where I'm going to. Why did CAF? Because I believe they actually informed him he won.
Yeah.
Whether I deserve it,
it might not be a party. I don't even think it's a CAF.
Yes. Whether I deserve it,
a member of the committee.
Whether I deserve it or not, this is not even the case now. You want to give him the award, give him the award. This is embarrassing. Informing him he won the award, going through all of the necessary thing he wants to do, and then overnight you are giving the award to somebody else.
Let's even get it right. Is it even okay?
It's not proper. See, you're not giving the award to him. Don't inform him. Ademola Lookman also might have also been informed that he won the award too. You get? So only inform the person who is the legitimate winner of that particular award, so that you don't have this sort of trouble. You don't have bad blood, because now look at him. He's refusing to
congratulate Ademola Lookman.
Which is, for me, I understand it. Now his grievances is not even with Lookman. It's with CAF.
Definitely.
Yeah.
So that you don't do that. If you want to do, this is one of the reasons why we keep going back in Africa. How will an investor look at this particular thing and say, okay, I want to put my money here? It shows lack of communication. It shows lack of coordination. It shows extreme carelessness. And you're trying to pit two nations against themselves, because now And every Moroccan will see a Nigerian as a cheat. Somehow you just went through the back door to cheat yourself into becoming a champion or the best player in Africa.
Okay.
And to make a case for what we said about that suspense taken away from the whole stuff, the same thing happened with Vinicius Jr. in the Ballon d'Or. Nike already did an advert with the new sneakers and jersey and everything.
Waiting for
him just to be announced. I mean, so sometimes when you leak out such informations like that, or you don't disseminate information properly, you steal the suspense from everybody. Okay, so I wanted us to get that video, so you would have seen for yourself where Hakimi was telling his teammates that this is my award, well deserved. But before we get to the next phase, let's ask this question, Charles. Do you think, between not being Nigeria, Ademola Lookman and Hakimi, is there any competition between them for the season, African best? I don't think there's any competition.
So Lookman anytime?
Lookman anytime. Like, I mean, he was so miles away in his. I mean, you could check his contribution.
So if Hakimi had
both country and club,
if Hakimi had won it, would it have been bad?
I would have felt it was a daylight robbery.
It wouldn't have been well deserved.
It wouldn't have
because if Hakimi had won it, would it have been a well deserved one?
Well deserved, I would absolutely.
If he had won it,
I told you now.
Wait, if Hakimi had won it, would have been well deserved.
Yes, now. I've told you before. See, Kizzy. The reason why Charles is saying this is because Ademola Lookman is an attacker. If Ademola Lookman,
it's not really about him being an attacker.
How?
Where did this other Madrid guy's name coming from?
Who? Ibrahim Diaz.
Where did Diaz come from?
No, leave Diaz.
They got off later on.
Wait, leave Diaz.
Do you understand?
Leave Diaz. We are having a Hakimi and Ademola Lookman's conversation.
Hakimi.
If Ademola Lookman wait now, Idie, treble with PSG, he took his country to the first ever Olympic semi-finals.
Did he?
He's the leader of their team. It's part of what the criteria is now. Is it because
it's not because he's an attacker?
Oh yeah, tell me. No, wait now. Be very honest.
In terms of goals, in terms of contribution to his team,
that's the thing.
And every other thing.
Okay, hold on. If it were true second,
he was miles away.
If it were true second in Atlanta, in this position as a defender, just like Hakimi, would you have said the same thing?
Absolutely. Why wouldn't I?
Okay, let me comment this. I don't know why you are saying because whatever it is, the question is, if you place Hakimi and place a Lookman, let's assume there's no award.
Who will you give the award?
Let's assume there's no just number for the rating. If you're the one to give this award to them, who would you give?
He's as a Nigerian.
No. Don't tell me as a Nigerian. Tell me with facts.
Say with facts. The objective.
See, I'll look at all of the indices and I'll take away goals from my eyes because I think that's where the
blind. Why would you take away goals?
Because it doesn't benefit both of them.
What do you play football for?
Exactly my point. So you are giving him because he's an attacker.
No, not because he's an attacker. He has contributed so much to the game.
So Hakimi didn't contribute because he doesn't score goals.
No, because how much impact did he make?
How will you now? You see?
How much impact?
Come on now.
Wait, let me ask you.
I'm just going to
pick them out. Was there any African player in the Ballon d'Or list?
No.
Who made it?
Lookman.
What was his position?
14, I think. Yeah.
You don't know again.
It's 14.
You don't forget at 14.
It's 14.
So how do you take away such a man who has because this point of you saying because he's a defender? Being a defender, being anyway, but let's look at it factually. Because you like to say as a Nigerian, you go with Lookman.
No.
Tell me as an analyst, if Hakimi had won it, would it have been well deserved?
It would have been deserved now. I've told you before and I'll say it again. Seriously, I would have said the same thing.
So if Lookman had lost it to Hakimi, would have been well deserved one?
Yes, no.
Okay, all right. So let's move on. Let's talk about this 2026 World Cup. What NFF must do in appointing a new coach. Nathaniel Ogedengbe has come to say. I'm talking about UK or US, US-based former youth international Nathaniel Ogedengbe is in Nigeria on vacation, while the country has organized a football tournament for the under 10, under 12 age categories, and he said, "I want to give back to the society." He also spoke on the national team and what the NFF must look out when engaging a new coach. Let's listen. He said, "Why do we fire coaches because they fail to win one match or even two matches? Secondly, we need to have a consistent philosophy and policy in appointing coaches. If we have a consistent policy or formula that we adhere to in selecting these players before the selection, they already know what our philosophy is at the NFF." Now, he went on about saying, why do you not wait 1 week or a few days before you call them to camp? Do you understand it? And he said, when they lose, you turn around to blame them. The spectators should be kind to these players and the coaches. They should not expect them to do magic. The World Cup qualifiers is coming so close, and the players should know who their coach is. Their invitation should be formalized and rationalized. The players should also know what plans are there and what is expected of them. True or false?
Absolutely, I agree.
So we've not been doing all this things before.
Well, to an extent, I think we are very, very impatient.
Do we have a philosophy?
We don't. After the South left, or perhaps till 2000, our philosophy, Nigerian approach, and the structure that we think we have, got decimated, and that's why we've been struggling ever since to actually even get a proper. I think this should be the first time in about 20 years, that's over 20 years rather, that we begin to see that okay, we can actually look at a crop of players that are a national team player that we can always call on and rely on. Before now, we don't really have I think the big boss tried to do something in 2013 after he died, and then the whole team. I mean, look at that team that won Nations Cup in 2013. Look at them 5 years after that Nations Cup, which was 2018. How many of them were in that squad? It tells you that we don't have a structure. So now, I think we can actually look at this present crop of players and say, okay, in the next 5 years, a good number of them will still be in this particular team. So we can actually build with this one. Yes, I think what he's saying is actually true.
Okay.
I actually agree with what Nathaniel is saying. In the sense that, of course, obviously we know we've not had structures in place for a very long time. And it has affected our game plans and our progress so far. It has. Notwithstanding, what Nathaniel is saying is, going forward, Nigerians should be a bit more patient. And also, the NFF should also be not just after hiring and firing, but to looking at building something, having a target, having a goal in place, regardless of present circumstances or present outcomes of games. You may lose some, you win some, but however the case is, are you progressing towards the goal that you have? So that's what Nathaniel is saying actually is very true. The NFF needs to come out and put a roadmap for us to say, okay, we're hiring this coach for the next 5 years. We want you to do X, Y, Z, A, B, C. But regardless of whatever,
all of this thing you're saying happens when you have a philosophy.
Yeah,
when you have a style.
We know first of all that our style of play has always been, it has been tweaked for so long. I mean, since Westerhoff left, it's been tweaked for so long. Every coach comes, he has his own style. Every coach comes, he has his own style. But we know wing backs has always been the wing flank, playing from the flanks, and the wings have always been Nigerian style of play, that has given birth to people like George Finidi, Aminike, and the rest guys, So until we get back to that system of play and have a coach that can build a team around that system of play and make it effective, then we can know that we are on the
Okay, so let me ask this question before we get to this one. Ikechukwu and Charles, do you people believe in prophecy in football? I mean, prophecy, does it work in football?
I don't believe in that.
You don't believe?
I don't believe
that no man of God can tell you Nigeria will make it to the World Cup and you believe?
I don't believe that.
If it tells you instances, I mean.
I like to look at history. Timothy Ibe in 2006 World Cup qualifiers. Remember that particular game?
Yeah.
After the qualifiers, 14 points Nigeria and Angola. And then he was saying Nigeria that will still make it to the World Cup after Angola has been declared.
Yeah.
That the NFF should come to his church for a vigil. Then after the vigil, that God will actually change it. Nigeria will make it to the World Cup. We've already lost out to head-to-head. Timothy Ibe still believe we'll qualify. And this is how many years after?
Wait. You've not answered. This is like a political answer.
That's the answer.
That's the answer.
Okay.
That's the answer.
Okay, this one says.
I don't believe in.
This one says remove him. Eguavoen can't qualify Nigeria to World Cup, and his name is Primate Ayodele telling NFF. Yeah.
The same primate.
Wait, we'll talk about. Wait, we'll talk about it. Just hold on. Now let me quickly bring the news to our viewers, so they can know for themselves. The leader of INRI, some like to call INRI, but INRI for me, Evangelical Spiritual Church, Primate Elijah Ayodele has advised the Nigeria Football Federation (NFF) to do what? To replace Super Eagles interim coach Augustine Eguavoen with a foreign coach if they want to qualify Nigeria to the World Cup. That's like number one. Augustine Eguavoen, who doubled as a technical director, so he's doing two jobs. of the NFF was appointed on temporary basis to lead the Super Eagles to the AFCON qualifiers and for the Nations Cup for next year. Sereto, as it's formerly called, he's a big admirer of this side. He wants to do it now. Nigeria is topped the Group D with 11 points, while Benin Republic also qualified from the group, with that 8 points. Third place Rwanda and bottom place Libya just gained that point, and 8 and 5 respectively, so they can't make it. But let's get onto the parts. However, Primate Ayodele, that's the man, the spiritual leader. I will bring him so you can see him for yourself. The spiritual leader have believed that Nigeria can still qualify for the World Cup. I don't know if you've seen, I don't really like talking about religion and football, but we'll bring that World Cup table so you see for yourself and you do your permutation, because that's how we like to get ourselves. He's saying he believes Nigeria can still qualify to the World Cup if a good foreign coach is hired to replace Augustine Eguavoen. He also challenged the players to be committed, this is like my own point, to qualifying the Nigerian side to the World Cup. He said, his words, and I quote, "Eguavoen will not help us. He will not help Nigeria qualify for the World Cup. Let him be removed. Take a foreign coach who can help the team." Ayodele said in a video that has gone so viral, he said, let the NFF bring like 3 or 4 names who can also come in and advise the team, and that's the best way we can go. He said, we must go, this is like a must too, we must go to the World Cup. The NFF has done so much more than, okay, he said this, he said this NFF current, he said this NFF has done so much more than his predecessor. He said he is the best NFF president we've had so far. It's not me, it's not me that is saying this one. That's what the Primate is saying. And he said, now we must qualify to the World Cup, and the only way to do so is to have a coach who can help us qualify, and the players must be committed. Players be committed, true or false? Yes. But guys in the building, let's talk this through quickly. I know the guys behind the scene cannot wait to bring the Barcelona at the table for the La Liga EA Sports. But let's talk about the NFF. They say charity begins. How do they say it again?
Charity begins.
So let's settle it here now. I'm asking you people now this question. Primate have said, remove Eguavoen, he's not good enough. He's a spiritual leader. So he sees, I think he sees, what? I think he sees more than you see.
Kizzy,
no, wait, he sees more than you see.
Kizzy.
What?
Kizzy.
This is, for me, this is not even prophecy.
This was what we normally had agreed to do. So it's not
talking.
This is we know.
Okay, now you can say
we're going.
No, before you even talk about this, we will talk about this, right? Look at this table. Let's look at this table. On a very good day, who should be on top? Sorry to say, that's the word.
Nigeria should be on top of that list. Nigeria should be topping the group.
I think this.
Okay, I think this is not. We have to get it to the right one again. So Nigeria is sitting 5th. Just down the pecking order, I will bring that to you. But let's talk about the Primate quickly and get onto this part. Has he said it right?
I can't really say if he's right or wrong, but I would say that this was a path that we're already going towards, Eguavoen was not going to be there to lead the team to the World Cup or the Nations Cup. He was going to be there to qualify. That was the assignment, yeah? Mm-hmm. That was the assignment. So this is not, I won't say this is a prophecy. I would just say it's something that we've already been working on.
You have to mind what you're saying.
I'm just saying.
This is a spiritual leader.
I know.
Football is not spiritual.
What?
Football is not spiritual. It's a very spiritual. It's not spiritual.
Okay, now this is it.
Physical.
You can see Nigeria 3 points from 4 games. Let's even be realistic. Let's say the truth. The way Ikechi would like to say as a Nigeria. Tell yourself the truth. With this table you're saying, on a very good day, we would have said Nigeria should be on top. But look at Rwanda, Lesotho, Benin Republic. So we are now, we are good from the back. We are second from the back.
I've told you before that for the World Cup, just kiss it.
So we can't make it to the World Cup?
I don't think we can make it to the World Cup. But for the Nations Cup,
should they remove Eguavoen like the Primate is saying?
Everybody's saying it.
It's not news.
Why are we making it the Primate talk? The thing is,
so why
same Primate, I think a couple of months ago, he talked about Liverpool winning the particular game that they lost. So it's not the first time we are seeing all of these kind of things. No be today, they go give prophecy, you go see him, you go enter water.
What do you mean? These are spiritual leaders.
Football is physical. No be Shaolin soccer. This is physical. If football is actually spiritual, like you are saying, it's a spiritual leader.
And in
Africa don't win World Cup.
World Cup, come on.
Because all we need is before tournament, they'll just lay hands.
Put some jars up.
As you enter this in...
Ikechukwu, I would like to reiterate again. I'm talking about the spiritual leader that I've seen.
Football is physical.
But this is a leader. Do you believe in church? Do you believe in God?
I believe in God. 100%, there's God.
So he's saying, Charles, don't laugh now. He's saying, he has seen it.
He didn't
Now,
see anything.
wait, huh?
He didn't see anything. He only saw it. See this guy. See. What did he see?
Easy.
You need
Okay,
to,
This is the part that we have been going through already.
Let him tell us who will win the Nations Cup.
you can't test the spiritual leader. I'll tell you
I
now.
cannot tell this. Those spiritual leaders can whine me.
It's not whining. You say, see,
didn't see anything.
wait.
What?
Wait, let's get it right.
Okay,
He
wait,
said,
you believe he saw it.
No, let's get it right. Remove Eguavoen, he said. Everybody's saying remove him, Abi? Right, okay. We'll remove him.
We've been saying that
But
since,
wait,
sir. This
he's
is
saying-
not news.
Because the spiritual
Primate is saying it doesn't
because
make
it's-
it
no,
news.
because the spiritual
We've
leader,
been saying it since.
he has said that remove Eguavoen, he has said we should do it. So my question is, if we do these things he has said, if we do this thing, bring one or two like he said, because the spiritual leader, don't you think us can...
Easy, you and I know that without him saying anything,
We are
we've
going to
always
get
been
rid of
We've
Eguavoen.
always been saying they should get rid of Eguavoen. And if you get rid of Eguavoen, get a grade A coach. So are you telling me now?
Why
if
is
we bring- if
why
we-
is NFF looking for sponsors to pay the coach?
Are you telling me if we bring a Bruno Labbadia now, who will qualify for World Cup?
I don't know.
Ah.
See, I would like to say it again. And I will go. No. Let's
Second
see.
base.
He's no. He's West.
base.
We must talk about the spiritual leader because he has
Who's
seen.
spiritual leader?
He might have seen what you don't. You're not
Football
seeing.
is not spiritual.
I know.
It's played on the pitch of play. On the
See.
Ah.
Oh yeah. Okay, he's a spiritual leader. Spiritual leader, okay. Are you telling me now that if we qualify for World Cup, this World Cup, which I believe we will qualify if we do what we're supposed to do,
What? Okay.
are you telling me that if he lays hand on all of the players, we will win the World Cup?
Oh, you believe we can qualify for the World Cup?
We will qualify. If we win all our matches. If that,
That has been my question. What is the possibility?
the possibility
that we will beat
come.
all 6 teams.
Wait, now the possibility will come.
How will it come? What is
How will it
like?
come?
Are they not rehearsing? Are they not training?
No, are you trying to tell me that South Africa is chilling somewhere,
Hold
thinking,
on,
oh, they
hold
have
on,
gone
hold on.
already?
The possibility
or
will-
Rwanda is chilling
the possibility
somewhere,
will
or
come.
Benin.
The possibility will come when we get a great
Genetro has the handbook for every Nigerian player.
I agree, but see, if we,
He has the handbook for
the same
every Nigerian
the same
player.
Genetro collected 3-0.
That's it. When it comes to
we can-
Nigeria,
we can
when it
bring
comes to
all-
Nigeria, he
he has
will
the
make
style.
sure.
See, we can-
He
we-
will make sure.
See, let's be very
See,
honest.
forget this World Cup. Look, NFF should forget this World Cup.
No.
Get a coach. I've always. Kizzy
How
knows
many
my
games?
stance.
4 games.
Kizzy,
4 games.
They
How
won't
many
win those
points?
4
How
games.
many point difference?
Nigeria cannot
4
win
points
those 4
from
games.
wait now. 4 points from number 1.
Nigeria cannot
No,
win
now
those
come
4
on.
games.
See,
Nigeria cannot win
can
those
you
4
beat your
games.
chest? Can you beat your chest that all the remaining teams in that any of those remaining teams can win all of their games?
No,
Can you even beat your chest that any of the remaining teams can win 4 of their games?
no.
So what are you saying? Why can't
But Nigeria
we
can't
have
win 4.
Wait now. At this point, we don't have the code. That's what I'm saying. Yes.
That's why I'm telling you that you can't even go anywhere.
No, if
there's no coach.
Wait now. I'm saying that's why I said if we get a grade A coach, which is the priority now, we can actually get it right. That's 6. See, we have the players to do that.
So, okay,
So those 6 games, you're telling me that
let
they
me
can
get it
win all
right.
Yes, now if we have
See,
the grade A
first
coach.
of all, we've seen
The
that.
coach will not change
No,
anything.
guys, let me say this. First of all, we've seen that.
Forget this one.
There are
Forget
no
it.
more. Now, even if you tell me there are minnows in football, but on African soil,
There are no
more.
minnows.
Kizzy.
Wait, hold on.
You're
Coach,
telling me?
we want a coach, grade A coach, no problem. I know coach plays the game as well. But I'm looking at the part, I'm just looking at it. I'm looking at it from the part where the coach will have to come less than 3 months. This is December. They told us December, January.
There's
Let's
no
wait.
magic.
Now you're bringing.
There is no
I
magic.
ask you this question. Okay,
A
wait,
foreign
who's the
coach
best
will
coach
do
in the
3
world?
months.
Wait, now answer me.
Pep.
If you bring a Pep Guardiola, let me even ask you straight. If you bring a Pep Guardiola, no, best coach in the world. No,
Absolutely.
you can give him that.
No,
it can be
best
suffering.
coach.
Yes, it can be
No,
suffering
I'm
from.
not talking about what's happening.
Let me
I'm
ask
saying
you, if
there's
you
no
bring-
magic Pep can do in 3 months.
That's what I'm asking.
No,
If
see.
you bring a Pep
There's no
Guardiola
magic.
to the question now, can we make it to the World Cup?
Yes, Kizzy, I'll tell you why.
All right.
See,
Okay, tell us.
now, the national team calendar is not the same thing as the club team calendar. The national team calendar, they only get to play once in 2 months or once in a month. So it's not the same thing where you expect once every, and they don't get to assemble and train all of the time. All you need to do is that short window that they need to see, because when you come in as a grade A manager, you look at the profile of all of the players, you look at your style, how they are going to fit into your style. Now, see, Kizzy, the national team, all of these teams that we are going to be playing against in the qualifiers, see, Kizzy, the word there's no minus in football only comes when the big teams have dropped in quality. If they are playing at their level, they are the level that they're supposed to play, you will see clearly that the other teams are minors.
But for the qualifiers, have we played well?
We are still going back to the fact that we don't have a coach. We are going back
And
to
I'm
that
telling
same-
you that having a coach
Wait, okay.
will not bring about any magic
So,
change.
see, I
in
want
3 months.
to let's even get to the parts now. We have less time. Let's be realistic, right?
I agree.
Less time. I don't know how the magic would be. Let Eguavoen go, Abi? That's the question. Some people are also glamorous. While we are saying let him go, then they say, Mo, give him a chance. Wait. I know we are done. But
I agree. If you cannot get a grade good, let them leave him. Or
let
bring
him
Chelsea
continue
out.
what?
Yes.
Because Charles,
Yes, that's the
be
only
sincere. Be sincere. Do you know? Do you see it going? Do you know it was going to be easy for Eguavoen to qualify Nigeria to Morocco?
No, it was going to be easy. I've always said it.
How easy?
Qualification to Nations Cup for me was something I know Eguavoen could have done.
So World Cup, we cannot do the World
But
Cup.
World Cup, he can't do it because look at where we are.
What's the difference?
The difference
The
is
same quality of players play Nations Cup and World Cup qualifiers now.
there's a difference.
What's the difference?
The purpose is different. The Nations Cup, you've already done that already. The players already know we're already qualifying for the Nations Cup. This World Cup, guys, we've lost so many games. Look at Benin. Look at Benin. We beat Nigeria. No, come on. That's a slap on the face. And those guys, and I know Genetro will want to have a pound of flesh again.
And something you always say. You said we should forget about the World Cup.
Forget about
and plan
it.
for what?
Plan for 2030. Plan for 2030. Leave 2026. 2020. Leave it.
So you mean the NFL can afford to lose? Do you know what we gain from that World Cup if we miss it?
Why are we looking at the gain? What gains do we want to
That's
have?
what they like.
The gain. See, let me tell you the gain you can. Let me tell you the gains
I
you
don't
can
know,
have.
I'm just-
Let me tell you, kids. Let me tell you the gains we can have.
Okay,
Let me tell
tell
you the
me.
gains. You get a grade A coach. Yeah, get the grade A coach. Take you to the Nations Cup. Probably win the Nations Cup, which is possible with a grade A coach. With a time frame and it's possible. You can get it done. No wahala. But you see that World Cup? Forget it.
See,
Build a team for 2030.
forget.
That should be the target.
See.
NFF should sit down and say, okay, this coach, look, we're hiring now.
See.
Our target is
There's
2030.
you are sounding like there's a preseason in national team football.
There's no preseason.
So why are you looking at it like, okay, you have to, the code needs time to actually see? There's actually no time in national team football. Like I said, the calendar is different.
Yeah.
You come in, the first thing you
what
do
I'm
as
saying
a top manager.
What I'm saying, see,
wait, hold
the
on.
way Nigeria is right now as a top manager, I will not even take Nigerian job if I'm the top manager.
Okay, fine. But I'm saying,
I will not take a position.
I'm saying as a top manager.
because the expectations right now are humongous from Nigerians.
4 points.
It's outrageous.
jump for that
4
job.
points. No. When you say humongous, see.
I will not even take
4 points, right? 4 points. Barely halfway through the qualifiers.
4 points, and you think the other teams will not get points at the
Wait now, 4 points barely halfway through the qualifiers. You are not even halfway yet. It's actually not a time to throw in the towel. You don't do that in football, except you are not a good manager.
Keep living.
You don't understand?
Time will tell, Kizzy.
See, Nigeria possess. See, countries like Lesotho. Due respect to them, Lesotho, Republic of Benin, the Amavobis, the only team, including Zimbabwe, the only team that we can say, okay, they really play football in Africa is South Africa. The rest of them are not. In fact, they are featherweights in African football.
But you have to compare them with your own team.
What I'm saying is,
you struggle to play Rwanda.
You struggle to play Rwanda.
You are going back to the same thing I'm saying.
So let's
that the problem
call
is
it
that we
spade a
don't have
spade,
a
another
top coach.
agricultural
I'm not saying with this level of backroom staff we can do it. I'm saying bring in a grade A manager and trust me, Super Eagles will qualify.
And even with a grade A manager, they will not qualify for the World Cup.
Then how come that means we don't have a team?
Okay, let's hold on to this part. Today is the 24th of December 2025, and I'll ask you, let's wrap up with this. Ikechukwu, will Nigeria make it to the World Cup?
With a grade A manager, yes.
Charles, with any manager?
With any manager, they're not making it to the World Cup.
Okay, so we'll keep this because we'll go on YouTube and we'll bring this again. 24th of December 2024. We're moving. Merry Christmas, I could say. And then it's time for us to go. Guys, thank you so much for coming to do this with me. And you don't believe in the primate, you don't believe in spiritual leaders, no problem. Why are you laughing? That's your own.
Easy.
No, let me take it from you. Thank you so much. I'll bring it back to me. Let me sign out. I need to go. These people, you brought them to the show and they're not spiritual leader. What to see, you're not seeing. He's laughing at me.
Shaolin soccer.
Yeah?
Shaolin soccer.
Football is not spiritual.
But this, you can see what you cannot see.
And that's why let him pray for our female team to win the World Cup.
That's enough. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for doing this with us. This is the Sports Public Show. Comes your way again tomorrow. Hopefully that will be a very big time again. I could say compliment of the season. Yes, that's what I'm on this. Even though when I not fit me, I don't know, but I just want to wear and say yes to them and wear them because tomorrow, they're not the wearer for UK. Yes, my name is Kizzy K, and I am that man, the only football player without a jersey. I'll see you tomorrow, 11 a.m. Nigerian time. We have the media news coming up next.